She promised more than love. The alien princess chose me for eternity. Starlight encounter Maya Chen pressed her palm against the glass dome of the research station, watching the twin moons of Lumina cast their silver-blue light across the crystal forest. After 3 years of studying images from unmanned probes, she was finally here, the first human botanist permitted on this aquatic world. Dr. Chen, your oxygen levels are optimal for tomorrow's expedition, called Raj, the mission's tech specialist. Though Commander Harris wants another review of first contact protocols before you head out. Maya nodded without turning. I've memorized them, Raj. No unauthorized communication, maintain observation distance, collect samples only from designated zones. She sighed. I didn't travel 9 light years to stare at plants from afar. Morning brought the shimmer of Lumina's primary sun, casting rainbow fractals through the crystal trees. Maya ventured alone into the forest, her sample case in hand and monitoring devices tracking her every move. The bioluminescent flora pulsed with internal light, responding to her proximity with subtle changes in hue. Remarkable, she whispered, carefully collecting spores from a spiraling blue plant. The cellular response suggests awareness beyond simple photosensitivity. A subtle shift in the air made her pause. Someone was watching her. Maya slowly turned, her heart racing as protocol warnings flashed through her mind. He stood beside a towering crystal formation, tall and graceful with skin that seemed to absorb and reflect the forest's light. His eyes, deep and iridescent like the planet's seas, studied her with undisguised curiosity. You speak to the seedlings, he said, his voice melodic yet perfectly understandable. They respond well to your energy. Maya struggled to maintain her composure. You speak English? A smile formed on his lips. I speak through thoughts. Your language is interesting but accessible. You're telepathic, she breathed, forgetting protocol entirely. I'm Maya Chen. I am Kiran, he responded, moving closer with fluid grace. Third lineage of the Deep Current House on your royalty? Maya asked, noticing intricate patterns etched into the fabric draped across his shoulders. Kiran tilted his head. I am what you might call a prince, though our concepts differ. I've been watching your kind's machines for some time. But you're the first to touch our world with genuine reverence. Their eyes met, and Maya felt something shift inside her, like tides pulled by an unfamiliar moon. She knew she should report this contact immediately. But something in Kiran's gaze held her there, suspended between duty and discovery. Show me, she said impulsively, how the plants communicate with you. Kiran extended his hand, an invitation that would change everything. Then let me show you Lumina, Maya Chen, as no human was meant to see it. Whispers beneath twin moons. You've missed your scheduled check-in. Dr. Chen. Commander Harris's voice crackled through Maya's communicator as she hurried back to the research station at dusk. The twin moons had begun their nightly ascent, casting dual shadows behind her. Lost track of time, Maya replied, her mind still swimming with images Kiran had shown her. Bioluminescent caverns where entire ecosystems thrived in darkness. Crystal formations that sang with the movement of Lumina's magnetic fields. The biodiversity exceeds all our projections. She omitted mentioning Kiran entirely. That night's sleep eluded her. Maya sorted through her samples, recording observations that would revolutionize xenobotany. A soft glow at her window startled her. Kiran hovered outside, beckoning. You shouldn't be here, Maya whispered after slipping outside. The perimeter sensors are designed to detect technology, not biology, Kiran finished, his eyes reflecting starlight. Come, the twin moons reach alignment tonight. Against every protocol, Maya followed him deep into the crystal forest. They arrived at a clearing where a pool of luminescent water mirrored the perfect alignment of moons. Once each lunar cycle, we can see beneath the surface of things, Kiran explained, guiding her hand to touch the water's surface. The moment her fingers broke the tension, Maya gasped. The water revealed not reflections but visions. Lumina's past, its delicate ecosystems evolving, and disturbing glimpses of recent decline. Your world is in trouble, she whispered. Kiran's expression grew solemn. Our environmental balance shifts. The Council believes isolation is the answer. But I've studied your research. You understand symbiotic restoration. That's why you approached me. One reason, he admitted, moving closer. His hand found hers, sending warmth through her body despite the night chill. The diplomatic alliance planned for me, a union with the Northern Reef House, its politics, not connection. Maya knew she should pull away. Kieran, I'm leaving in 40 days. My mission, 40 days is an eternity to know someone. He interrupted, his face now inches from hers. Or the briefest moment, depending on what's discovered. Under twin moons, their lips met in a kiss that defied both worlds' expectations. Dr. Chen. Raj's voice shattered the moment through her communicator. Unidentified readings near your location. Kieran vanished into the crystal shadows as Maya stammered excuses, but the damage was done. Back at the station, Commander Harris waited with thinning patience. Whatever you're hiding ends now, he warned. We're guests here, Dr. Chen. One misstep could end human-Luminian relations before they begin. That night, Maya dreamed of oceans deep and endless, and a prince who swam through stars to find her. Forbidden waters. The atmospheric disturbance struck without warning. Maya huddled with the research team as hurricane-force winds lashed the station, crystal fragments from the forest becoming deadly projectiles against the reinforced walls. Structural integrity at 60% and falling, Raj reported, his voice tight with fear. Commander Harris made the call. Prepare emergency evacuation pods. We're aborting the mission. We can't, Maya protested. My research... The station lights failed as something massive struck the main dome. Through cracking glass, Maya glimpsed shapes moving through the tempest. Luminians, their bodies navigating the maelstrom with impossible grace. Among them, she recognized Kieran. Water breached the station. In the chaos of emergency protocols and failing systems, Maya felt strong arms lift her from rising floods. Consciousness faded as pressure changed around her. She awoke in breathtaking splendor, an underwater city of living architecture, buildings grown rather than constructed, pulsing with the same bioluminescence as the forest plants. Most astonishing was her ability to breathe, a thin membrane covering her skin. Temporary respiratory adaptation, Kieran explained, appearing beside the soft surface where she rested. You're in Nyalis, the deep capital. My team, safe. Return to your orbital vessel. His expression darkened. But you've been declared lost. Maya understood the implication. You took me without authorization. I couldn't watch you die, Kieran whispered, taking her hand. The storm was no natural occurrence. Some on our council would rather end contact with humans than risk change. In the days that followed, Maya discovered Lumina's desperate reality. The planet's delicate balance collapsing from within. Her botanist's mind worked feverishly, connecting symptoms to potential solutions while Kieran introduced her to allies within the royal court. Their moments alone grew precious and heated. In Kieran's private chambers lined with living coral that responded to emotion, they explored each other with wonder. His touch against her skin felt like gentle electricity, his kiss tasting of sweet ocean minerals. The Northern Reef House delegates arrive tomorrow, Kieran murmured against her neck one night. They'll expect announcement of our union. Maya pulled back slightly. What will you do? His eyes, reflecting the room's ambient glow, held hers. Break tradition. Choose my own path. Choose you, if you'll have me. The politics of two worlds rested on their answer, but in that moment only their intertwined heartbeats seemed to matter. Tides of change. The Grand Council chamber of Nyalis hummed with tension. Maya stood beside Kieran, acutely aware of her humanity among the assembled Luminian nobility. The Northern Reef delegation's expressions ranged from curiosity to undisguised contempt. Prince Kieran has broken sacred covenant, announced Elder Soren, her luminescent robes shifting colors with her agitation. The alliance between Deep Current and Northern Reef has stood prepared for 3 generations. Kieran stepped forward. With respect, Elder, alliances must serve Lumina's future, not its past. The environmental collapse we face demands new solutions. Princess Nayara of Northern Reef studied Maya with penetrating eyes. And you believe this human holds these solutions? I've analyzed your ocean's acidification patterns, Maya said, activating the bioorganic display Kieran had helped her prepare. The decline in your crystal forests matches Earth's coral reef collapse from our industrial age. But we developed restoration techniques. The chamber filled with murmurs as Maya's research projected across the walls, a symbiotic reclamation process using modified Luminian and Earth organisms to rebalance the ocean chemistry. Implementing this would require unprecedented cooperation, Maya continued, between all Luminian houses and potentially Earth authorities. Elder Soren's eyes narrowed. And what does Earth gain from this exchange? Knowledge, Maya answered simply. The adaptive properties of your biology could revolutionize our medicine, sustainable architecture, energy systems, all through ethical exchange, not exploitation. The debate raged for hours. Through it all, Kieran's hand remained intertwined with Maya's, a declaration impossible to misinterpret. Later, in the privacy of Kieran's chambers, their bodies found each other with increasing familiarity, yet never diminishing wonder. His touch along her spine sent cascades of pleasure through her nervous system, while her kisses against his neck made the bioluminescent patterns on his skin pulse with intensity. The council is divided. Kieran whispered against her ear as they lay entwined among floating silk-like materials that conformed to their bodies. But something unprecedented happened today. Maya traced patterns along his chest. What? Princess Nyara approached me privately. She never wished for our political union either. His eyes sparkled with mischief. In fact, her heart belongs to her personal guard, Lirin. Maya laughed softly. So your rejection was actually a relief? She's offered Northern Reef's complete support for your restoration project, and her formal release from our arrangement. Kieran's expression grew serious. But there's another matter. I've received word from the surface. Your Earth commander demands proof of your survival. They're threatening retrieval operations. Maya's heart sank. Earth wouldn't understand what she'd found here. Not just scientific discovery, but a connection that transcended worlds. How long before they reach us? Kieran pulled her closer. 3 days. We have 3 days to decide our future, Maya Chen. As she drifted to sleep in his arms, Maya knew their time of hiding between worlds was ending. Eternal currents. The Earth retrieval vessel descended through Lumina's atmosphere, bristling with sensors and what Maya recognized as defensive capabilities. From the Royal Observation Spire, she watched with Kieran and an assembled delegation representing all Luminian houses, unprecedented unity born from crisis. They won't understand, Maya whispered. Military protocols will override scientific exchange. Kieran's expression remained determined. Then we make them understand. Not just for us, but for both our worlds. The diplomatic meeting took place on a neutral platform above the ocean surface. Commander Harris barely concealed his shock at seeing Maya arrive with the Luminian royal delegation. Dr. Chen, he managed, we thought you lost in the storm. I was saved, she replied carefully. And I've discovered something extraordinary. What followed was the most important presentation of Maya's life. She explained the environmental crisis, the restoration project already underway, and the potential for exchange between worlds. Throughout her explanation, Kieran added context from Luminian history and science, their intellectual partnership evident to all observers. Harris frowned. While the scientific merit is clear, Dr. Chen, your unauthorized integration with the Luminian population represents a serious breach of protocol. With respect, Commander, Kieran interjected. Maya was acting as the first true ambassador between our worlds. Sometimes progress requires stepping beyond established boundaries. The negotiations continued for hours, eventually reaching tentative agreement. Maya would return to Earth briefly to present their findings, while a small scientific exchange program would be established under strict oversight. As the Earth delegation prepared to depart, Harris pulled Maya aside. The brass won't like your relationship with the prince. They'll separate you permanently. Maya felt cold certainty settle in her chest. She found Kieran waiting by the platform's edge, watching twin moons begin their rise. I can't leave you, she said simply. Kieran turned, his eyes reflecting starlight. There is another way, though once chosen. It cannot be undone. He explained the Luminian bonding process, a biological and spiritual connection that would forever alter her DNA, attune her to Lumina's oceans, and connect her life force with his. It's more than marriage, he explained. It's becoming something neither fully human nor fully Luminian. We would be the bridge between worlds, together for as long as we both draw breath. Maya thought of Earth, its familiar gravity, blue skies, and the life she had built. Then she looked at the shimmering oceans of Lumina, the world that had captured her heart alongside its prince. I choose you, she whispered. I choose us. Under twin moons, they completed the ancient ritual. As the bonding energy flowed between them, Maya felt her consciousness expand. Sensing ocean currents, feeling the pulse of crystal forests and, most precious of all, the steady rhythm of Kieran's heart beating in perfect synchrony with her own. Their kiss sealed a promise beyond love, the beginning of a new chapter for two worlds written together.